Hey, I'm Alex.
And I'm John.
And together we're going to be showing you some key features of the Frazer dealer management software. We're going to start with the inventory and photo management side of things. So I'll let John jump right into that.
Inventory management and cost tracking in Frazer begins right here with the inventory button. Click that and you're going to have a window pop up that'll show you what vehicles you have available for sale. You can also see sold vehicles right here or everything all together. For this, I'm going to go ahead and sort it by days on lot just to get up to my sample vehicle right here that I'll be working with. Over here, you can see it's a simple interface for getting the vehicle information in, and everything begins with the VIN. So once that VIN is in there, you'll have a pop-up come up automatically that you can bring up at any time. It's just going to bring front and center optional features for the vehicle as well as what's standard. That way, if you are uploading to any of the around 120 different websites and marketplaces that Frazer uploads to free of charge, or if you're printing up the free window sheet from the program so people can see the vehicle's features as they walk your lot, you'll make sure that the vehicle's never advertised as having something that it doesn't. Just double click. Option drops off. Double click and it's right back. Now, there's a lot of lesser known features tucked away in the program that people tend to miss. For instance, if you do happen to get vehicles from the auction, there's a title checkbox right here that a lot of people just don't notice in the program. But if you do decide to use it to let yourself know when you do have a title on a vehicle, it'll let you run this report when you have the time to tie up loose ends. All this report is going to do is just show you who still owes you a title and a piece of their contact information. That way, you'll know just who to reach out to when you're ready to tie up loose ends. And that report is right over here. If something like this would be useful, every report has a shortcut in the upper left-hand corner that'll get you right back to it. So right here, you can see R1C is the shortcut for that report, and all that means in Frazer. R is the word reports, number 1, letter C, and you're right back at your titling report. So there's that. Also, if you choose to track inspections in Frazer, there's a date box and a check box. That one's the next one down on the list, R1D. It's just going to show you what vehicles need attention. Another little thing, you could select that warranty immediately. That way, if the vehicle already happens to be on your lot when you've entered in the program, you could print up that buyer's guide right away, have that on the window. That's one less thing on your shoulders. So, of course, if you do happen to have a branded title, you could select that right here. So, it's a set and forget. If you've picked a vehicle, rebuilt or salvage, once you're on that sales screen, Frazer is going to remind you if disclosures need to be made, as well as make sure that it comes out on your forms. So there's that too. Another little thing that people tend to miss over here, recall check. So, for instance, if you're in the state of Maine, you have to take the vehicle to a manufacturer dealership, have it remedied, then you could sell it. If you're in Tennessee, you just need to disclose it, and then you're fine. Recall check over here will take you right over to the government website, so that way you can know whether or not there's anything you need to be concerned about in the first place on the vehicle. So there's that. Over here is where the good stuff starts. As far as cost tracking, Frazer's automatic accounting system starts kicking in right here. If we were to take a quick look at our general ledger on this vehicle, you can see already it's begun adjusting the value of your inventory. And we have one account in play that's sort of holding that liability for us to go ahead and pay it. We also have a little bit of reconditioning showing up here already. And Frazer's accounting system is extremely customizable. So if you are using, say, credit cards sometimes on reconditioning expenses, or, if you're working with, directly for your bank account for vehicle purchases, you're able to set that in Frazer. So you have those options. Just a quick select and make sure that your general ledger is reflecting what's going on in real life. But over here, of course, you're recording your purchase cost on the vehicle. And if you have paid a fee to the auction, that goes right there. Lot fees included in the program, so that way, whenever anyone is going ahead and setting a bare minimum sales price, they're not just thinking about how much got spent on the vehicle. They're also thinking about the dealership's expenses month after month. Pretty much, property tax, property rent, utilities, whatever it is. Just take that number and spread it out over the number of vehicles that you plan on selling in a month. And that becomes your lot fee, just to make sure that you land in a better place. And added costs also has a lesser known goodie in it that might help you. Hitting this button, you can go ahead, drop in a cost, and you can save it just as it is. As you can see, we've already got some additional accounts dropped in over here, so that way we could go ahead and select how we paid for it a few different ways. And you can attach a vendor if you choose. So not only will this let you see how much you're spending with one vendor versus another, or if you owe a vendor money, you could even cut a check for them out of Frazer. But if you do happen to be working with someone that you're paying by the hour or by the job, but they're not an actual employee. So, maybe someone comes by and does detail work for you, or maybe you're going someplace local for detail. You could put them in as 1099 vendors. That way, at the end of the year, come tax time, you're just taking those IRS form 1099s, you're putting them in your printer. Frazer's going to go ahead and fill them out for you. Save you a lot of time. So there's that too. Jumping back out, there's one more goodie just to touch on right over here, and that's this bill of sale button. A lot of folks don't know about it. So if they are purchasing a vehicle from, say, someone, off Craigslist or Marketplace or off the street, they're going to handwrite a bill of sale so they get that seller's signature. You don't have to. You could just pick individual right here. Their information will come right from the previous owner tab. And as you can see over here, you can even include an odometer disclosure on there. And if you do plan on negotiating on the price, you can leave that original cost blank. If you don't know the VIN, you can leave that out as well. But that's just going to generate a bill of sale in the program where you happen to be the buyer and that individual's the seller. Way faster than handwriting. So there's that. One last thing as far as cost management is floor planning right over here. So if you do happen to be doing a floor plan, entering that is very simple in Frazer. And basically, Frazer's just going to keep track of how much you're spending on interest and fees each time you're going ahead and selecting a date that you're paying a curtailment. You can even attach these default costs to floor plan companies. So that way, as soon as you select them, everything's automatically dialed in.
On top of adding all these details into Frazer on your computer, we also provide free access to a mobile app called Frazer Sidekick that lets you add inventory and photos right from your phone. It's available on either iPhone via the Apple Store or Android via the Google Play Store. You can install it and use your Frazer login to access your inventory anywhere you are, and it lets you either type the VIN of the vehicle in or scan the barcode to add that vehicle into your inventory. While you're at it, you can add any photos you want to any unit saved in your inventory. All you have to do is select the vehicle, select that little yellow plus icon on the bottom right, then choose Add Photos. This lets you either take new photos or select from your saved photos to attach to the vehicle. It will even sync any pricing or cost changes you make in Frazer to your phone, so you can check those on the fly. Anytime you add or change anything in Frazer, you should see it on your Sidekick app within about 30 seconds or so. Same thing with adding things from the mobile app itself. If you add a vehicle or photos, those should show up on your computer within 30 seconds as well. As you can see, this is the vehicle we just added on Frazer Sidekick, and it's already made its way into our inventory on Frazer. If we added photos, they'd be appearing too, but we can go ahead and add those now if we have some saved to our computer. Once you're on the Photos tab, you click Add Photo, and you can select any that you have saved on your computer here. And then you can press Save. Once we've selected those and saved those, they should go over to Frazer Sidekick as well. Back on Frazer Sidekick, if we're looking at our inventory right here, on the top right, there's a button with 3 horizontal lines on it. If you select that, you have various different sorting options right here and the option to only show any vehicles that currently have photos. Alternatively, you can always scroll down to your stock number and select it that way. If you want to use the mobile app, give us a call and we can set that up for you, as there may be a few things we need to enable on your computer before your inventory syncs with your mobile app. Another important thing to be aware of is how your costs that you enter in Frazer will affect the sale of a vehicle. Let's use the vehicle we added from Frazer Sidekick as an example here. If we drop our original cost into Frazer and save that, those will be used to calculate your profit in the background. We also have a handy feature to show you your profit right on the sales screen instead of having to run a separate report for that. To enable that, you can simply go to Miscellaneous at the top of Frazer and select System Options. From here, you can find your way over to the Sales To tab. On the left-hand corner, down towards the bottom, we have a section dedicated to the Profit button. In here, you have a few choices in how you want that to calculate and what you want that button to show as while you're on the sales screen. If you adjust those as you like, we can hop back over to that vehicle we were looking at previously and press Sell This Vehicle. You'll see your sales screen where you can drop in your selling price. And you'll see the Show Profit button down on the bottom left. This will update as you add or edit any numbers on the sale to give you your current profit as of the information you have currently entered. For more information on system options and setting up various optional settings in Frazer, feel free to check out our system options tutorial right on the Frazer Help YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us on that quick walkthrough of inventory inside of Frazer itself. Up next is Enter Sales.